Welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Ray, and this video is all about affordability. This is going to be so much fun because I have some shockers for you. I have done my homework. I have spent hours comparing drugstore against drugstore. So this video is all about low-cost beauty that beats affordable favorites. Make sure to comment on this video and really let me know if you like this, because I will do more of these types of comparisons to really save you money. Right now, I have two different sets of makeup on my face. This is low-cost favorites that I really like, but this one's even lower cost on this side. So make sure to stay tuned to the whole video because there is so much money being saved in this video. Let's start off first with a product we've all probably spent a lot of money on. We're told to switch out our mascara every 3 months, so it can be very costly. I wanted to test out the brand new one from Maybelline. This is their Maybelline Colossal Bubble Mascara. Now, the wand is sort of interesting. I like the bristles of it, but when you take it out of the packaging, look at this mess. My mascara doesn't normally look like this. I left this mess on the tube purposefully because I wanted you to see that I use this every day and what a mess that it is. I like the way my lashes look, but they do look a little clumpy. Now this runs $9.94. Again, I want to talk about price. Prices can vary where you shop. I mostly shop from Amazon because I got the best prices there rather than walking into the drugstore. But just know that I'm sharing with you what I paid. You could go to a drugstore and find these for $4 or $5 even more. I've seen it myself as I shop. If we talk about this product by the ounce, you're paying $30.12 an ounce. Now let's take a look at another mascara I've been testing out from Essence. This is their Lash Without Limits. First off, no mess with the packaging. The brush is shaped like a Christmas tree. It has more fine little bits of plastic to catch on the lashes. I feel like I got a lot less clumping. Now this ran me $4.99. So per ounce, I'm paying $11.60. So $30.12 versus $11.60. So when you look at it by ounces, thinking how much you're going to be repurchasing this, it really is quite a difference. And even if you look at the general price, $9.94 versus $4.99, this is really double. So I could buy 6 months worth of mascara instead of 3. So I'm going to go with the Essence. This is perhaps the most shocking of all. You get so little product in a brow pencil. So we're going to battle it out between the Clean Fresh Brow from CoverGirl. A lot of these companies came out with these little micro brow pencils, which I love the thought. They're supposed to be great for drawing on hair. But my problem after I used this for a while is it ran out very quickly, for one. The other one is that it broke off easily, which made me run out of product quickly. Now I paid $8.98, which sounds really reasonable. But if we thought of this per ounce, this is just sort of fun to think of it this way. $8,980. Oh my gosh, I really didn't realize how expensive brow products are. So we're going to look at this one from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift Pencil. I've bought numerous of these since they came out. It's been out quite a while. It cost me $3. And now they have more shades, I feel like, from when they first came out. I bought the shade Taupe, and it really works great, I think, with my brows. It has the spoolie on the end, and I actually really like this spoolie. Now, this costs $3 per ounce. It would be $500 an ounce. Really makes you think about how much brow products are really costing us. So $8,980 compared with $500. When you think of it that way, what a savings for the e.l.f. If you like these kinds of videos, make sure to like the videos so I will know, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's talk about lip balm. We tend to go through those a lot and purchase those a lot. I love this one from CoverGirl. It's their Clean Fresh, and I bought the shade Life is Pink. I know a lot of you love pink. So I repurchased this. I bought it before. I've actually bought all of the shades. I paid $5.88, which would be $42 an ounce. This is worth every penny of $5.88. It keeps my lips hydrated. I just love how it looks on my lips. It acts like a lipstick. There's so much pigment to this, it really looks like lipstick. Now today I put it against another favorite of mine from Nivea. This is their strawberry lip balm. Now, in defense of Nivea, I recently saw they've come out with a new improved version of this. This is not the new improved. This is the one I've purchased many times. The only issue I have with this is the absence of pigment. It just doesn't show up that well. I love the smell of it. I love the feel of it. This costs $5.75, so there's only a few cents difference between these two. Now, per ounce, this would be, the Nivea would be $33.82 and the CoverGirl $42 if you're thinking per ounce of product. So the CoverGirl is more, but because of the beautiful pigment, this is one where I would go with the more expensive one from CoverGirl. I'm not comparing foundations today, but if you'd like to see a video like that, let me know in the comments. But I am wearing one of the most affordable foundations at the drugstore, the e.l.f. Soft Glam. I barely use a drop. Even though I put 2 drops on my hand today, I had extra I wiped off at the end. The shade I'm wearing today is 31 medium neutral. This is more of a summer shade for me. It's a little deep for what I would normally wear during the year, but I love the coverage this gives. They give you 1 ounce, so it's $8 for a full ounce. That's much more affordable than others that have gotten into the $17 or $18 price range now at the drugstore. So if you're looking for something affordable, this is a favorite of mine. ColourPop is known for their affordable eyeshadows. Of course, you can't just go to the drugstore. They're either sold through Amazon, Ulta, or their own site, and Target too. Target carries them now. But this is the Nude Mood palette. I have really enjoyed this. This I paid $14 for. Now per ounce, this would be $280 an ounce for these shadows. So I love the way they blend on the eyes. They're really beautiful. I have them all on this eye. I think it's a nice warm look. Most of the shades in this are more warm. This one here looks a little cooler to me, and this one, but mostly this is a warm palette. Now, one that I love that I found in the last year is this Korean brand Unleashia. I bought this off of iHerb, and I love this palette. I think it's just as great as the very pricey Natasha Denona, which I have bought, and I think it competes great with ColourPop. Now, you can see there are less shades in this palette, but I don't always use all of the shades. This is 9, and this one has 5. I found this on sale for $7.20, and this to me is way above the quality of, say, Wet n Wild. And again, I would put this up there with Natasha Denona. These go on soft, they're beautiful. Now I wore their rose gold palette because this one was the one so reduced. I have their other palettes I love. They run around $9 normally, but these are fantastic. Now I paid $7.20 for this, which makes it $51.43 an ounce. So you have $51.43 versus $280 an ounce. So you can see how the affordability of this palette, the quality is up there. So if I were looking for a great deal on makeup, on high quality makeup, I would pick this. Another product I'm not comparing today, but I wanted you to know that I did put on some of this, the Catrice Magic Shine Eraser. For me, this is not a replacement for a drugstore product. It's a replacement for mid-price for the Mally Poreless Face Defender. I've loved that for so many years. This is super affordable, and I think it does just as great a job. Now let's talk about blush. On this cheek, I have this from CoverGirl. It's the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer. I loved it because of the unique shade. This is the shade Sweet Violet, and it's just such a gorgeous shade. It lasts on my cheeks all day. Now I paid for this $12.99, which when you look at all the blushes at the drugstore, that's pretty affordable. This would cost $61.85 per ounce if we put it into ounces. Now, this is one I've really fallen for from Almay. This is their Almay Color and Care Tint Stick. This adjusts with the pH of your skin. I bought the one that's Rose Flush. I bought a couple of others that are just beautiful. Now, this one is $9.97 is what I paid for it. This would be $39.88 an ounce. So $61.85 compared with $39.85. So even though it doesn't seem like much of a price difference, if you look at it per ounce, it really is. I love the Almay better, even though I do like this CoverGirl so much, and especially the unique shade. I just love the way this feels on my skin. I like the way it blends out. So this would be my pick. Now let's get into some gloss. This is the Revlon gloss that came out just a few months ago. It's their Super Lustrous Glimmer. It was really special because they said the glitter was special, that it was made from plants, which was pretty unique. The problem for me is that glitter doesn't leave. I probably still have some glitter on somewhere. When I put this on, I had glitter when I wiped it off underneath my lips. It was a bit messy. It's a really pretty lip gloss. Now, I thought it would be fun to compare it to the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. A lot of you have bought this. I bought every shade pretty much over the years. This is one of their most sold out shades because it's just such a beautiful nude. So let's talk about price. This Glimmer Gloss was $8.97. So per ounce, I paid $69 an ounce if I were paying in ounces. Now the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Amber, I paid $6.98. That would be $38.78. So the difference between $69 and $38.78. What a price difference when you think of these things in ounces. We don't often read the ounces and what we're getting in packaging, and packaging can be very deceiving. They can make large packaging and have a small amount of product in it. It's fun to compare and see what you're actually paying per ounce of product. So I definitely would go with the Maybelline. I have loved this lipstick for years. I was so disappointed when Revlon took away the Super Lustrous Shine, but when they brought it back, I ran out and bought pretty much all of the shades. I just love this. Today I'm wearing Glossed Up Rose. Now the cost of this, I paid $8.97, which, think about it, that's so reasonable compared with what we're seeing at Ulta, lipsticks $35, $40, $50, just off the chain. Now per ounce, I paid $81.55, and that was a little bit surprising to think that's how much lipstick is costing per ounce. So I put it against a new favorite of mine, the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I love the feel of this on my lips, the colors, everything about this really impresses me. I actually like it better than the Revlon. But let's talk about cost. The cost of this, I paid $6.94. So per ounce, I'm paying $69.40. So you've got $81.55 and $69.40. So there is quite a price difference between these two. And I absolutely, regardless of price, love the formula of the Maybelline. It feels less oily on the lips, more of a gel-like texture. I just love it. So even though this has been a long-time favorite of mine, I have to go with the Maybelline. This comparison isn't going to actually be fair because one's a long-lasting lipstick and the other is a regular lipstick, but they're both favorites of mine, so I thought I would put this together as a comparison. I've had the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon living in my purse for months. I love the smell of it, like a light vanilla, I feel like. The color just lasts for hours. So if I'm going out with my husband, say for the day, to do some activities, I always wear this. Now, I am showing you a shade I don't wear quite as often that I really love now. This shade is called achieve it all. And it's a beautiful nude. This costs $9.18. So that's still under $10, really reasonable, but per ounce, it's $229. So that surprised me because even when we talked about the Revlon before being $81.55, this is so much more. Now, I put it against one that I feel looks beautiful, that just makes me feel alive, and it's Dirty Shirley from Revlon. This is a shade they're pretty famous for. Now, Dirty Shirley, I only paid $6.48 for this, and I love the color. When I put it on, I just feel so alive. Now, this per ounce is $43.20. So we have $229.50 compared with $43.20. So I'm not saying I won't buy these anymore. I love how long lasting these are. But if I'm out there looking for something just to perk me up, a new shade to try, something super affordable, then I'm going to go with the Revlon. This was another comparison that really shocked me. This is the Revlon Color Stay Longwear Lip Liner. I've bought this for years. I love this shade though. It's Sienna. It's a beautiful one that they make, I believe, to go with like nude and brown lipstick. I often like to just fill in my lips with lip liner because it lasts so long. I don't always have time to touch up my makeup. I sort of want to put it on and go about my day. So these long-lasting lip liners are wonderful. Now, I paid $7.50 for this, which makes it actually per ounce $750. Wow. Now, I'm putting it up against my Maybelline Lifter Liner. Now, the Lifter Liner, I paid $7.98, so a few cents more. But let's see what it would cost per ounce. Per ounce, $190. So you're getting a lot more product in this than you are in the Revlon. So let's do the comparison. $750 per ounce, $190 per ounce. So if you're looking for a particular shade, again, this Revlon costs $7.50. I wouldn't belabor it, but if you're trying to get your makeup to last a long time and really get your money's worth, now this doesn't need sharpening. You do have to sharpen the lifter liners, and sharpening can be tricky. I have a sharpener I'll link I purchased off Amazon. It's made in Germany and it's metal, and it does a great job on these pencils. Another thing you can do if you find your pencils, whether it's these or others, are too soft, put it in the refrigerator for a little bit, let it get harder. I live in a hot, humid climate here in Florida, and they can get a little mushy and harder to sharpen, so you can do that. That's a little tip. But boy, I didn't realize how much more product I'm getting with the Lifter Liner. Everything I spoke about today is listed down below in the description of the video. If you just tap the more and then tap it one more time, you'll see two mores pop up. Then all the links are there. Thank you for shopping those links, supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. Let me know your favorite product you saw today, or if there was something that shocked you. I guess the most shocking thing for me was how expensive brow products are per ounce. We are paying some big bucks. So the e.l.f. was definitely a way to save some money. I wish you all a blessed and beautiful week, and I look forward to seeing you soon.